Change is constant. Our world is changing for better or worse. Today I am going to share some of the real-life horror stories. These stories are based on real-life events, and it can happen with any one of us, no matter where in the world we live. These stories are the stories of human suffering, and this should serve as a wake-up call for all of us to protect and support the ones who are harmed. Our first story is about a girl who is killed before she is even born. And her crime? She was a daughter, not a son. In many parts of the world, birth of a daughter is seen as a curse, and the girls are treated like second-class citizens. In some of the communities, still today, if a woman fails to bear a son, it is seen as a sin, and the woman is punished for it. We also hear about women being subject to violence and abuse by the men they loved. These women are beaten, bruised, both physically and mentally. It is like they are trapped in the cycle of abuse and there is no way out. In another story, a young girl is raped by a group of men. She begs for her life, but it is not spared. After the attack, her body is discarded like trash and left in the river to float. We also hear about our children being exploited by someone we trusted, someone we always saw as our role model. A young boy is molested and murdered by his teacher. And in some of the cases, the danger lurks within our home. A father physically abuses his own daughter, scattering the trust and love that should exist between a parent and child. These stories are just a few from what we hear every day. There are many more which are equally heart-wrenching and disturbing. And we must remember that these stories are not only about women and girls. Men and boys also suffer at the hand of violence and abuse. We must stand together with compassion and support to end this cycle of suffering. These crimes are never the fault of the victim. So it is not okay to blame or to shame them for what has happened to them. Instead, we should hold the perpetrators accountable and do everything we can to create a culture of respect, compassion, and equality. Only by working together and standing up against injustice can we create a better and safer world for everyone.